If you live 70 years, then you're going to spend around 23 years of it sleeping. There are numerous studies that have been done in order to find out how much sleep we actually need and how to take the best out of it. We all probably came across all these articles where they mention that adults need around 7 to 8 hours of sleep. Even if we sleep for 7 or 8 hours, why do we still wake up feeling sleepy? If that's the required hours, why are we still struggling? And the reason for that is that we are waking up at the wrong time. I know it sounds a bit ridiculous, but let's first understand how sleep works. There is something called sleep cycle, and each sleep cycle consists of around 90 minutes or 1.5 hours. So in the first 20 minutes of your sleep, you're still in the process of trying to sleep. That's why it's very easy to wake up at that moment. It's called a light sleep. Then you move into the second stage where the real sleep starts. You are completely sleeping in this stage. Then you move into the third stage, which is the deep sleep. This is the stage where you are really sleeping like a dead. What happens during this stage is that something called rapid eye movement. What your brain does is that it starts to store all the information that you got while you were awake in the right places. Think of it something like you have a short-term memory and a long-term memory, like a hard disk or a RAM in your computer. So during that stage, all the information and things that you have learned move from the short-term memory into the long-term memory. Your brain puts them in the shelves, you can say. And finally, it moves from that stage into the last stage, which is the light sleep again. And that's the whole process of the sleep cycle. So if you sleep 6 hours at night, you're going to go through 4 sleep cycles that night. The reason why a lot of people can't wake up or struggle to wake up is because they wake up in the wrong time. If you wake up in the middle of a sleep cycle, what happens is that your brain is still storing all that information. It's hard to wake up at that moment. You're forcing your brain to stop that process in the middle of it. It's like restarting your computer and trying to turn it on before that the restart process actually finishes or whatever. I don't know if that's possible. Whatever. So if you want to wake up at a particular time, sleep at a time that you will have enough time to complete all the sleep cycles. For example, if you want to wake up at 7 a.m., make sure that you are going to do the bed and sleep by 11:30 p.m. That will be like 5 sleep cycles. You will wake up active and fresh easily. All the sleep cycles would be completed by that time. I want to note up something here. That doesn't mean that you should exactly wake up at that specific second. If you can do that, that's absolutely amazing. But if you can't, just remember that the sleep cycles keep repeating itself. So if you wake up slightly later, like 5, 10 or 15 minutes, you are still in the light stage of the next sleep cycle. So it will be still easier to wake up. Definitely lack of sleep is one of the causes why we are struggling to wake up. If you have only 1 to 2 sleep cycles, it's not enough at all. That's why you should have at least 4 sleep cycles to keep yourself fresh and active. There are a lot of studies show that you have to sleep around 7 to 8 hours. That's not really specifically true. You should never sleep around 7 hours exactly or 8 hours exactly. If you sleep 7 hours, you will wake up in the middle of sleep cycle. Make sure that you're going to sleep at least for 7.5 hours. Another reason why people still don't get enough sleep, although they might sleep for 10 hours, is because they're not really sleeping. You see, one of the reasons why we actually sleep is because our brains need to get some time off. So let's say that you are sleeping and the music is playing around. Although that you might be sleeping, but your brain kind of working a little bit because you can hear the voice, or if the lights are on, you might be sleeping, but part of your brain is still working due to that light. So if you want to take the best advantage out of your sleep, you have to make sure that your brain is actually 100% sleeping. No lights, no noise, nothing. That's pretty much about it. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Make sure that you click that subscribe button so that you get updated when the next video will be up on the channel. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next video.